Probably did not need a 30-second countdown. Probably didn't need a 30-second countdown today, but you got one anyway. Did I do it right? Did I do it right? Thumbnail. Fucking bitch. We're back in studio, if that's what you want to call it. What's up, Steak? Good morning. Let's let the freaking taco meat fly. How we doing? I got the beat-up picket hat here. It's been through a lot. Probably need to clean it up if I can. Touch up on the blemishes, maybe some blue paint. I don't know if dish soap's going to do it. What kind of hat do you have on your head? Oh, an old Cincinnati Reds. That's right. I haven't seen that one make its rounds. I remember before I bullied you about your hat game, you wore it every fucking 3 days. Nice job. Thunder versus Spurs. Who you got, Steak? Jose C. Bryan is wasting no time. He is here for one thing and one thing only. He's not here to fuck around with us for 2 hours. He is here for one reason only, and he wants to know what you like in the NBA, Steak. This is what you've done to us. Are you happy? This is what you've done. You've gotten so sharp in the NBA that now all people want to do is come in, get your winners, and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
How about you start losing a couple wagers?
I know that I will.
Well, yeah. I know. Actually, I want to take a second. You know what? I know when you will. You ready for this?
Yeah.
What am I going to say?
When you tell me.
When I tell you. Yeah, when I tell you. I think that I'm not trying to take any credit away from you. Obviously, you're doing everything. I think what I'm doing is very selfless. I am.
Well, I want to be clear. You were tailing me earlier in the year, and we were actually hitting.
You're right. It's the only reason I was profitable in the NBA. That was also like, were you doing spreads and money lines like from the start? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So maybe I'll you know what I'll do? I know what I'll do. I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to say anything. No, actually, fuck that. Because then
you're overthinking it.
Yeah, you're right.
We lose, we lose, we win, we win. Who fucking cares?
Well, I just listen. Like I said, it's for the greater good. I know I'm going to mush it as soon as I do. And I know people are going to be very upset with me, but that's just going to have to be the reality. I can't sit here forever while you
sideline.
Yeah, I can't sit on the NBA sideline forever. I'm ready to get my beak wet. And also, we're going to start leaning into NBA a lot more once football's over with. Here's what I'm going to do. I've already decided. I'm going to start taking whatever dog you like. Well, you never know what dog you like at fucking 10 a.m., but we'll start to look at some player props, get back into the hot dudes, ride some hot dudes. And then we're gonna figure it out in college basketball, which I'm really looking forward to. But before we do that, we have some football to talk.
Yeah, and speaking of football, you just brought it up. So it's official. We have Super Bowl, the 2 NFC championship games, the national championship, and 4 games this weekend. We have 8 football games left.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that is pretty heartbreaking. I'm sure as shit happy that this is what you've done, Steak. Yep. Hello, gents. Happy Super Tuesday. Yep. Sharp Money says he likes the Blazers money line tonight. We will talk about that. It's Tuesday. I don't know a better throw than Caleb's 4. Yep. DJ new hoodie, 10-1 bang. I have worn this on stream before. I think I told you my wife got this for me in Walmart while I was waiting for a return. So
I went really hard for a Walmart hoodie.
Yeah. I mean, I like the camo. I've been waiting around. I've been sitting on the sideline for the camo too. I'm jumping all the way in. It's Kansas fake sharp. I can't stop thinking about it. Snowman, I saw your tweet. That was a good tweet. I love thought-provoking tweets like that to talk about the games. I put one out there about the Texans Steelers game that actually did really well, and I was surprised by all the comments. I was torn. I was really torn. By the way, Carlton. Where's Carlton? Carlton's been commenting and following for a while. Seems like a nice guy, but he had a problem with my Natalie Imbruglia reference. He said stop talking about that gay shit or something like that. And I said if liking Torn by Natalie Imbruglia is gay, call me Barry Manilow.
Was Barry Manilow gay?
Yeah, my grandma's heartbroken about it. She loved Barry Manilow for the longest time, and she's like an old school Italian. And when it came to light that Barry Manilow was gay, she refused to believe it for about 10 years. I'm not joking.
I did not know Barry Manilow was gay, and I do not think liking Torn by Natalie Imbruglia is gay.
No. Jeff looking like an old sailor with that beard and dusty picket hat. Thank you. I do need to trim up the beard a little bit. Steak, you are the fucking goat, Uncle Joe Smith. What does that mean, Uncle Joe Smith? The hashtag or the hyphen Uncle Joe Smith.
Uncle Joe from Twitter.
Oh, nice. Uncle Joe Smith, Pappy Jack 69. Do we get BK tomorrow for the Sony Open? Actually, we do. We got golf coming back. Starts up Sony Open first tournament. BK is going to come on at 10 a.m. He called me to let me know. So Steak, we will plan accordingly, but you might get a little bit of a later start tomorrow. Holy ads, Chewy. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to sit there and I want you to enjoy the ads, and I want you to understand what it's like when I open your stream for literally half a second. It's 27 ads.
Also, I'm sub to your stream, Chewy. So sub up.
Looks like the blizzard leftovers from the weekend on that hat. Oh, very funny. Golf has me horny. Yep, it's up. Slack packs. Good morning. What is that? Is that you?
Chewy. He can't see you. He's saying probably because of the ads.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You are, by the way, don't forget, rebrand the fake sharps. Make sure you're following the pages. If you're on Twitch, give us a follow. See, we've got some subs already. T-Bone Steak, resub 6 months. Annie gifted Book a Chew, a stream. Gambling Drake May with a follow. Good to have you in here. Welcome. We are part of the Drake May fan club. We have a hype train. No, that was yesterday. Hold on. I saw first time chatter in here. MDGM 00 says ride some hot dudes is crazy. It is crazy, but if
that's his first time in here, if he hasn't heard us say it.
Yep, first time chatter, welcome. Listen, when
ride hot dudes all baseball season, pretty much.
Yep. If the dudes are hot, we're gonna ride them and we're gonna try to make some money off of it. Drake, May. No, I think it's Drake, May. That's what it is.
Oh, Nikki Gamble's what it is, dude.
What are you talking about?
He's a fucking Patriots fan.
Well, you got to put the nickname in the quotes, otherwise it's confusing. You understand what I'm saying? Please ride pictures with me. Yep, we are way close.
We will, Snowman. I can't wait to lose. Like, I'm not going to lose tailing you, Snowman, but I'm going to lose so much money this MLB season. But I'm just excited.
I'm going to miss y'all when I go out of the country tomorrow. And Guy in the Cornfields, I had waffles. Where are you going, Chew? That sounds fun. Where are you going? I wanted to try to sneak in a little. It's so cold in Florida. And I thought a nor'easter was going to hit New York this weekend, which I'm supposed to fly back to. And I was like, well, if it's going to be a bad storm, I'm going to try to take advantage one more time before I go back to New York full time and get some Florida weather and some heat and some warmth. It's cold. And the only place it's warm is South Florida, but Miami is going to be infested with college football fans. Everything's prices are going to skyrocket. So I'm just going to skip it and head back this weekend. Stay, can I feed you college baseball and MLB like you feed NBA? You're going to say yes because you say yes to everybody.
I'm not going to say yes to college baseball. I can't bet.
We're not betting college baseball. We're not betting.
MLB, absolutely.
Crutch has been trying for, not Crutch. Noah has been trying for like 3 years.
I just don't need more stuff to gamble on, actually. No. I do have a family, and I just don't need more stuff to gamble on.
Yeah, no, all good. This is about to be a long flight. Philippines. Oh, very cool. Yeah, long flight. I haven't been on a flight longer than I think 8.5 hours from Brussels to back to JFK. That's a long time. Have you been on an 8 an hour?
Oh, yeah.
You went to Ibiza.
A couple times. I went to Ibiza. Yeah, my sisters are in Korea right now.
South or north?
That
was a joke, but okay, yeah. Very cool. I hope they have fun. I think South Korea looks like a good time, and definitely South. Yeah, you can sleep on planes. You can. I can't sleep on planes. I've tried. Yeah. I can't.
The first time I flew to Europe, though, I took a Xanax and I drank 3 little bottles of Johnny Walker Black. I don't even drink scotch, but it just sounded like that was going to knock me out. So me and my wife drank 3 things of Johnny Walker Black. We zonked out on the plane, got off the plane, checked into our Airbnb, and missed the first day of the trip sleeping.
Your Wi-Fi just broke up. You did what the first day?
Missed the entire first day of activities sleeping. We slept like 18 straight hours without budging.
Well, I'll say this, low key, like itinerary, if you have a long trip somewhere, not like a 2-hour flight to New York, but if you're going abroad or somewhere, day one, do nothing.
Yeah, well, we didn't have a choice.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that worked out in your favor, I think. You got to shut down, you got to get adjusted to the time change and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
T-Bone Steak is giving out subs left and right, by the way. Tosi with a
burner. That's my burner.
T-Bone give up Happy Jack 69. He gave one to Vinny Diaz. Appreciate you guys. Hype Train level 1. We got 100 up here in Twitch. How's RedTube looking? YouTube, bang, 45 of you. See you guys in there. Appreciate you. All right. Xanax are the devil. I've only taken 1 Xanax in my life, and I was like in high school. And
I'm not really trying to do it again, to be honest.
No.
Because I'm going in May with my wife, and we both agreed. We're just gonna suck it up. We're not taking Xanax on this fucking plane.
Yeah. I remember when I got introduced to it, someone told me if you take this and drink 1 beer, it's like drinking 6 beers. And I did the math.
What's a Johnny Walker be?
Yeah. No, yeah. Right. Like 9.
Yeah. I literally think the flight attendants were worried about us.
I had a flight attendant cut me off on my flight back to Paris. Did I tell you about that?
No, I don't think so.
I was, God, what was I doing? Yeah, I'm very, very well behaved on a plane. I just get up and pee a lot. But I think I probably I was getting like 2 vodka Sprites every hour. It's a 6-hour flight. And I think after like my 7th or 8th one, like the flight attendant brought another flight attendant over and was like, I just want to make sure you're doing okay before we give you another vodka Sprite. And I was like, I'm great. And so I got served another vodka Sprite, which was excellent. Take an edible.
My cutoff story.
Yeah, you've been cut off on a plane before?
Not a plane, a Hooters. Oh. And it wasn't, yeah, it's actually a really good story. And it was all my boys, all of them. It's like everybody you'd expect to be there was there. And it was that phase after COVID where they opened the outdoors of restaurants. You remember this? Outdoors only. Well, there's a Hooters by the airport and it was open outdoors. So we were sitting outdoors and we were ordering beers and shots of tequila. Like, bro, we hadn't gotten out of the house in like however long it had been. So we were definitely kind of acting like uncaged animals, but also like, I can really handle my alcohol.
Yeah, you can.
My friends for the most part. So like we weren't like belligerent at all. But the manager came up and they're like, look, you guys are actually like really nice guys and you're not misbehaving at all. But this is the maximum amount of tequila or alcohol we can serve to a table of 6 people. Like I literally can't give you any more drinks. She's like, I don't want you guys to be upset. She's like, you could literally go to fucking Bar Louie was like close by. She's like, you can go to Bar Louie wherever you want. She's like, I just can't serve you guys any more alcohol during this sitting until she cut us off.
That's fair. It's just there gets a point when you're working at a bar where how much the person or people have consumed, where it's like, even if it hasn't hit them yet, it probably will. So you got to try to be a little proactive.
Also, these stories about how people get DUIs or wrecks.
Yeah.
And then they try to blame the establishment.
Yeah. Yep.
That happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's dicey. We can never let Chewy have access to an outdoor Hooters. Yep. You have been cut off. It's been a pleasure to serve you, but please exit the plane. Yeah, no. All right. Should we talk some ball? It's 10:23. Sorry for the late start, but I think we did well enough. Everybody's here. I think we're ready to roll. JJ Miles with a 10 stream streak. Appreciate you. Waka, 3 stream streak, kind of light. You need to pick that shit up. Boston Sports Stork 65. That's much more like it. 65. Someone named Lil Shoot 'em Up getting cut off at Chili's sounds about right. It sure fucking does sound about right.
That's our guy, though. Little Shoot 'em Up's our guy.
Lil Shoot 'em Up is definitely our guy. All right, Steak. We'll glaze you on the NBA a little bit more once we get to the end of this. Let's talk some football. And on that note, did you end up betting the Steelers?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a fucking horrendous wager out of you. Absolutely horrendous. I mean, I just can't believe that you actually thought Aaron Rodgers had a fucking chance against this Houston Texans defense. And I get it. You have been on the right side of the Steelers more often than not this season. You really have. You deserve your flowers. Go ahead.
No, there's nothing else to say. It goes all worst wager ever.
Start of the season, I was ready to unload fading the Steelers. You pump the brakes, and you do a great job at this. I always talk about it. You always do a great job of pumping my brakes on teams I want to fade. Most famously with the Raiders like 2 years ago. And you were like, I don't know, man. Everyone wants to fade the Raiders. You got a weird feeling about them, and they went over the win total. I wanted to fade the absolute shit out of Aaron Rodgers. You pump the brakes. Good job. And I believe you bet the Steelers a handful of times throughout the season.
And to win the division.
And to win the division. So before we get into this, I want to make sure everybody understands. Like, Steak has had a really good read on the Steelers, but the playoffs are a different animal. And we are getting really good at this. We are getting really good at leaning into things that have happened and just continue to happen. Because what we used to do, being contrarian bettors, is like, oh, you see this trend and blah, 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 blah. Now it's out there on Twitter. All these people are seeing it. Everyone's going to think that's going to happen. We're going to fade that. This isn't going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
And we've done a good job of that. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers cannot be competitive in playoff football. I did not realize this. And you probably did. And everybody's going to be like, what are you talking about? Of course, I know that the Steelers seasons, for the most part, we talk about it. I made a video about it, a rant about it, how they just end up in purgatory. It's like, you're not bad enough to get a really good draft pick and blow it up. You're not good enough to make a real run and make it to a conference final or Super Bowl. I didn't realize that the Steelers had lost 7 playoff games in a row. And these are the losses. 30-6 Texans, 28-14 Ravens, 31-17 Bills, 42-21 Chiefs. I'll never forget that one.
That one, yeah, that was crazy.
I think they were like 14-point underdogs, and I took them that
Didn't
year.
they go up 14-0 in that game or something?
They had I think they had 2 touchdowns, and they were both by like the defense or something crazy.
I was gonna say it feels like TJ Watt scored twice or something.
48-37 Browns. Never forget that one. I'm pretty sure that was Baker Mayfield, and that was like the only playoff win the Browns have had in God knows how long. And then 45-42 Jags, 2017. We'll never forget that. That the Jags were in control of that game from start to finish. It's gotten pathetic. Can you get on the screen, by the way? Like, you're halfway off the screen. It's actually insane that you just think that's just normal. It's actually pathetic. So I want to ask you before we really talk about the game. You wake up as a Steelers fan today. I've already seen a couple of good rants. Are you in the camp Mike Tomlin has to go?
I don't understand how you couldn't be. But I said that last year, to be fair. And then I backed them to win the division in the playoff game. I don't understand how you can't be in the camp that Mike Tomlin has to be let go. I just don't understand. It's like what I was saying yesterday when Sandy was like defending Matt LaFleur with his life on Owner's Box. It's like, it's insane.
Are you going on Owner's Box with me tomorrow, by the way?
Yeah. It's insane to keep watching the same thing happen and thinking, nope, this is not his fault. And next year there'll be different results. It's like the clown makeup. Like, I'm ready to be hurt again. And Matt LaFleur is not as close to that as Mike Tomlin is, because I'm fine with Matt LaFleur having another year, because I really don't know who would be better at this point in Green Bay this year. So It's fine. I'll live with it, even though I actually think he's one of the pussiest coaches that I've ever seen call a game in the NFL. But we're not talking about Matt LaFleur. We're talking about Mike Tomlin, who I think sucks. And that's unfortunate. And I don't know, the plan can't be, let's try to revive Russell Wilson. Let's try to revive Aaron Rodgers. It's like, no, dude, no. Let's fucking give a little too much up for DK Metcalf, who's overpaid. Like, it just feels like everything the Steelers do is wrong. The best thing they did was get Kenneth Gainwell. And I don't think they had any idea Kenneth Gainwell would be this much of a contributor when they did that. So they got lucky, because he's a lifetime backup running back who's really never looked spectacular on a football field. And he's probably the reason they're even in the playoffs, if we're being honest. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not that impressed with the Texans. I'm definitely not that impressed with CJ Stroud. It was an ugly game. The defense did take over it. Totally fine. I'll give the Texans their flowers. But if you think I think that the Texans are beating the Patriots next week, I don't. And I'm not even trying to get sharp, contrarian, whatever it is. I don't care. I'm going to use my eyeballs. I think when you're not playing a 42-year-old quarterback and you're playing potentially the MVP, Drake May, who now has I don't want to call it a rocky playoff start, but he wasn't amazing passing the ball against the Chargers, but he got that under his belt. He got the win. He had like 70 or 80 rushing yards. He's a fucking gamer. We already know that. You got that under your belt. Now you're home playing the Texans. And don't get me wrong, I know the defense is nasty, but I'm taking Drake May in that game.
Dude, okay. Say fucking less, as the kids say. Say less. And just like you told me, if I'm betting on Drake May against the Chargers, we're betting on him being special. He wasn't that special, but I love the bet because the Chargers did nothing. And the Texans offense is better than the Chargers, but CJ Stroud showed.
Are they that much better than the Chargers?
Well, I think Woody Marks, Nico Collins,
Nico Collins is the best receiver out of those two teams for sure.
100%.
Justin Herbert is much better than CJ Stroud. Woody Marks isn't anything better than Omari and Hampton.
But Hampton didn't play, so I'm just saying, given what the Patriots just saw, I think the Texans will be a step up offensively. But what CJ Stroud just did after having playoff experience, what he did last night was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was inexplicable. Is that the word I'm looking for? Inexplicable. That cannot happen. That really cannot happen. And all that, and the Steelers still couldn't do anything with it. We'll talk about the Patriots Texans matchup in a minute, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. No, I'm sorry. Before we get down to the nitty gritty, Hefe was, I don't know. We got to find out, because that was a really bad concussion.
Yeah, he got carted off.
I'm no doctor. Yeah. Well, that hit, his fucking head hitting that ground was brutal. Yeah. Your eyeballs didn't watch this defense then. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Patriots still maximize off 3 turnovers, unlike my Gambling State Lou had a paragraph here. I say this as an African-American man.
2 weeks ago, the Cleveland Browns did this to the Steelers too. It's okay. It's just you want to glaze the fucking Texans defense. Go ahead, but then you want to say the Patriots have played nobody. So it's just I think you're choosing your argument there.
It has to do something with race and like the NFL having a certain amount of quote unquote black head coaches, but I could be wrong. Just why I think he won't be fired. You know what? I don't think I necessarily agree with that.
I didn't see the comment. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Say this as an African American man. He thinks that Mike Tomlin not being fired has something to do with his race. I think.
How could that be though? Raheem Morris gets fired. I don't really agree. Yeah,
I don't agree. I think that Mike Tomlin, he could be any race. I think what he's doing by having 500 records and getting to the playoffs is enough to make it really hard to fire him. And he does have what Hefe was saying. He has overachieved a little bit with the quarterbacks, dude.
Yeah, outside of Ben Roethlisberger. Put it that way for sure, but when you put it at the fact that it's the Pittsburgh Steelers and they've lost 7 playoff games in a row, it's hard to defend. But yes, technically he has overachieved. Winning this division this year is actually insane. It is.
Is this okay, Omar Khan. I don't know who this is. This is the GM. He's a 48-year-old. Oh, he looks like a doofus, if I'm being honest. He's a general manager of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Prior to serving the Steelers, Khan previously served with the New Orleans Saints for 4 seasons. I don't think he's done a very good job. I do not think he's done a very good job. I think he is like the opposite of a Howie Roseman. So, like, I don't think he's put together a very good roster. He's done some decent things. Like, clearly, you know, Kenneth Gainwell was a good signing. I think drafting Peyton Wilson was a really good signing. I like a couple other guys too. I mean, Jack Sawyer showed up last night. Herberg is a nice player. Queen is okay for me. I don't know. Steelers fans have probably watched every snap. Maybe he's gotten a little bit better. Jalen Ramsey was not really that dude, but I guess you could say, they tried. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. I'm not shitting on him for like doing a horrible job, but I don't think he's done a very good job.
Because it feels like they go, and I feel like this is the worst thing you can do as a real NFL GM and also a fantasy football player. You go for past production. So you see like a player that was good instead of a player that could be good. And I don't know why. I feel like the Steelers are worst team in the NFL at finding except Kenneth Gainwell. He was a gem, but besides Kenneth Gainwell, I feel like the Steelers will be like, no, give me DK Metcalf, give me Russell Wilson, give me Aaron Rodgers, give me Jalen Ramsey, give me all these old washed up guys instead of these younger guys that will be good. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the Steelers suck at that.
National championship, Jack Sawyer with a strip sack last night. That's right. He did have that. TJ Watt did not have that. Best bet did not come. I know it's insane. I'm literally reaching. I'm reaching to try to play devil's advocate and just give both sides, as we always do when we have takes. Jay Thorpe, one more and you're in timeout. Get fucked. Traded Pickens on a rookie deal for DK. Thank you, Sharpwit. Yeah, that trade sucks.
No, and then he has the worst wide receiver too next to him and a horrible quarterback, and we're blaming George Pickens. It's like you said. Anybody with a brain knew George Pickens would be successful in Dallas next to CeeDee Lamb with Dak throwing him the ball.
Essentially, trading George Pickens for DK Metcalf is a fireable offense in itself. Yeah, there's a lot of blame to go around for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think, though, at the end of the day, when you looked at the Texans defense and also looked at the Steelers offense, I don't know how anyone could have thought that the Steelers would find much success if they were to play that game and win it. It had to be really ugly. And the crazy thing is that first half went exactly how the Steelers needed it to go. And I just can't believe the final score ended up being 30-6 and the over ended up being
sweat. I'm going to be honest with you. The way the game was going, I'm like, I'm going to win this bet. I literally said this is the only way we win this bet is if it goes under and the Texans don't capitalize. But the Steelers were just so awful. So awful.
Yeah. What does Aaron Rodgers do next year?
He has to retire, man.
I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, I really do.
I think he should too, but I don't think he's going to.
That's crazy. He really needs to retire.
Yeah. So, I heard a guy on VSiN last night talk about how apparently you ready for this? Do you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah. No, I have no idea what you're going to say.
Apparently, he wants to go to the Vikings.
Yeah, no, he wanted to go to the Vikings last year. That's why he waited so long to sign with the Steelers because he wanted to play for the Vikings. Apparently, his camp was saying, JJ McCarthy's not ready. And look what Jordan Love is sitting behind me. But want to be very clear, I really don't want that to happen. And Aaron Rodgers needs to retire. And Snowman said something that's interesting. When it's all said and done, I think when we're older than we are now in our 60s and 70s, Aaron Rodgers will probably be remembered as one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Sure, he should.
I don't want it to be forgotten that he really, really, really was a playoff choker who won one Super Bowl 18 years ago and never got back to one. Choked in numerous NFC championship games. Mm-hmm. He's just not that guy. He's not that guy. He's really not.
Yeah, I will always think of Aaron Rodgers as being one of the best quarterbacks of my lifetime.
And most people will.
And he had a trait that I love in athletes. And when he gets on the field, he's just a stone cold killer. He's like Kobe Bryant, RIP. But he goes out there and he is pissed off. He's not like a lot of, like Jalen Hurts goes out there and I don't see a guy that's on the field where he's like, I'm going to be devastated if I come out with a loss. Aaron Rodgers looks like he wants to ruin everyone's lives out there. And
correct. That's why it's so surprising that he actually was such a flop in the playoffs, all things considered.
Sure.
He is exactly like that. And you really don't understand how he didn't get it done a few more times in the playoffs. It is shocking because you're right. That's literally who he is.
And I will say this also shows you sometimes really great players do not make great GMs. Bringing around fucking Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb and that other tight end and offensive lineman to the Jets was a joke.
Aaron Rodgers is making teams do that. And when Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets, he was still seen to be a star quarterback.
Yeah.
So they were giving in to all these demands. Going to Pittsburgh, there's quite a bit less expectations.
Stat from 2024, the Packers defense gave up 33.5 points per game. And that's actually fucking crazy. Not giving him any excuses.
But I'm still going to give some push-up.
So you don't want Aaron Rodgers, but will you admit, just like as a Bucs fan, I didn't want fucking Tom Brady. It's a little bit different, though. Obviously, this is a rival, an in-division rival. I'm with you. I don't even want Tom Brady coming to my team. I don't want LeBron James going to the Magic. But I certainly don't want a fucking in-division rival quarterback who I've hated my entire life coming to my team. But will you admit, if Aaron Rodgers goes to a team like the Vikings with a great setup, a good offensive head coach, weapons, and a young quarterback protege, that's kind of a good fit?
No, there's no good fits left for Aaron Rodgers. He's too old to play quarterback in the NFL.
Okay. I disagree a little bit. And I'm all for players and shows and anybody in any field going out on top. And I agree that he should retire, but I also agree that I think the Vikings would be a really good fit.
Yeah, there's no good fits left for him anymore.
Just stop. Rodgers is no Brady. Okay.
Yeah, Rodgers is no Brady.
I never said he was. I'm just saying, I never said he was. Okay. Adam's got picks with a sub bank, 17 months. Adam, we appreciate you. W fellas, Suck It Wheel 75 stream streak. Thank you, Suck It, for always tuning in. And we appreciate you guys. I see there's a lot of people on Twitter, very active on Twitter. Stakes Twitter's been fucking popping, obviously. So we appreciate you guys if you're in here. If you want to come over to the Fake Sharp Twitch page or YouTube page, watching a platform we monetize. We always say, watch an ad, we get a nickel. We appreciate it. If not, sit tight, do whatever you want to do. It's your life.
Yeah.
Let's review these divisional round games, and then let's talk some college basketball.
Yeah, let's commit to 11 a.m. We'll be talking about the CBB board deal.
Yeah, sounds great. All right, let's get it up. Let's go to Pickett, and let's go to everything. What do we got here? We got Twit. No, I don't need that. We got covers. I got Wager Talk for some openers and some line movement. I think you and I are gonna collide on a few of these, and I'm really excited because we love that. We don't want to just sit here and fucking fluff each other's nutsack. Colts brought Philip Rivers off the couch. You don't think they get stupid with Rodgers?
They're more likely than the Vikings, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that tie between Philip Rivers having been in the Colts organization, I think helped that.
I think the Vikings doing what they did this year, where they're going to probably watch Sam Darnold go play in the Super Bowl. They gave him up. They didn't want to pay him to start J.J. McCarthy. I don't think they can make a monumental fuck up again. Like the next thing being a 43-year-old quarterback who literally can't move. It's not going to happen. They'll be smarter to just run it back with J.J. McCarthy, which not saying that's what I want, but they're not going to make a big fuck up again. They already fucked things royally.
Yeah, but you need a backup. Like,
we might need a starter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There's chatter about Mac Jones. I prefer that.
Oh yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, the Bucks are kind of in the same boat. We Baker Mayfield's hurt for fucking 8 weeks. We need
a backup quarterback for sure.
All right, let's get to the board. Let's talk these NFL divisional rounds and get some early thoughts. Early thoughts. Emphasis on early. This is the first time I'm looking at the board. I don't know. I mean, you probably already have, but let's get the gut reaction out. Let's talk about what everybody's been talking about. And this is one thing that we did get a look on. But hold on. Did we get a flip in who's the favorite here? I thought Wager Talk is saying that Denver and Buffalo opened to pick 'em. I thought Buffalo opened as a 1 or 1.5 point favorite.
I thought they opened as a favorite as well, but I don't know shit.
Okay. Is this what we are seeing now in the market? I just don't like how Pickett does this sometimes.
Chat saying opened as a favorite and there was a line flip.
Okay. Money line, Bills. Spread, which is essentially a money line, Broncos. Very, very early. So we're not going to put a lot of stock into this. Wager Talk, also, I guess, kind of saying the same thing. 67% of the bet, 64% of the money. Total open 47. Seems a little high in Denver. Down 0.5 point. I told you whenever I saw the Buffalo Bills are -1, -1.5 in Denver that it was kind of insane that they're the same spread against the 1 seed on the road that they were against the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road. I still maintain that belief. We have some things to talk about in this game because you and I have a difference of opinion. However, you're bringing something to light. And I think it was someone's tweet. We looked at the comments and then we were like, the first 5 comments, maybe it was Beef's tweet about the game and the spread. The first 5 comments were talking about how everybody loved Josh Allen and the Bills. I thought that was a little interesting, and we are going to make our own decision. I'm not fading anybody. Don't care what's public, what's square, or what's sharp. I already think I have my mind made up, and I think it's the Buffalo Bills. What's your feedback or what's your opinion on this number?
It's gonna suck for me because I'm going to get coined a Josh Allen hater when I actually think he's the coolest quarterback in the NFL and one of the coolest players in the NFL, if not the coolest player in the NFL. So it sucks that I really think it's the Broncos. It's just, I think this is too much disrespect. I think opening as an underdog, as the 1 seed on your home field is really, really crazy. And I know that people don't really trust Bo Nix, and I know that people don't really trust Sean Payton, you included. I trust Josh Allen a lot, and he's the whole reason they won in Jacksonville because he was absolutely perfect. Like, literally, he was perfect. He made no mistakes, no overthrows, no turnovers, completed 80% of his passes, had 3 touchdowns, and they still almost lost the game because I genuinely believe the Jags are a better football team than the Bills, but the Bills have the X factor, Josh Allen, 0 mistakes. Broncos are better. Broncos are defense is better. Denver is a harder place to play than Jacksonville. And I'm just going to be honest, dude. I'm doing it one more time. I'm fading Josh Allen one more time. To the Bills fans, I understand. I deserve it all. I saw the comments under DJ's post of me in that video. Really good time, by the way. I take none of it back. But I deserve all the hate. You can send it my way. I'll take it. I'm backing Bo Nix and Sean Payton in a playoff game against Josh Allen, but I am doing it. I am going to take one more time of thinking I'm betting the better football team over the better quarterback. If it doesn't work out, I hope Josh Allen wins his first Super Bowl.
Very well said. Very well said. There were 2. Sometimes the best bets are the bets you don't make. I had 2 good stay offs this weekend, and the reasons were I fell in love with the Jags mostly because of you. I respected their team. Not betting on Liam Cohen in his first playoff game and not fading Josh Allen were top of mind. Betting on Matt LaFleur was top of mind. I have to stay true to my word and my values. And what I have said for, I think, maybe the last 10 weeks is Sean Payton will earn my respect fully if he wins a playoff game this year.
And look how well it's set up, because you can't even say this is fluky. If they beat the Bills, they're playing the hardest team that anyone's going to face on the road this year in the playoffs.
And this is a horrible what am I trying to say? For the Bill. Yeah, basically what I'm getting at is what Broncos, Russ, Bills first half. But what I was going to say is the Bills on the road, short week too, if I'm not mistaken. I think this game is Saturday.
This game is Saturday. Wait.
Yeah, Saturday at 4:30. So the Bills played Sunday, they play Saturday, and you have the Broncos with whatever it is, 13 days off. So the rest advantage is awful. Not to mention Josh Allen got banged up. That was a very physical game on the road in Jacksonville, rowdy atmosphere. This to me is all things are pointing to the Broncos here. But I understand the Josh Allen effect that he has on people and bettors might overpower that.
Yeah, it is a rematch from last year, which is funny, Jay Thorpe. I don't think a lot of people are talking about that.
I'm not talking about that because I completely forgot about that. What happened? I've totally forgot.
Well, they played. The Bills beat them.
Where? In Buffalo?
It had to be in Buffalo, right?
I'm not remembering this game at all.
Had to be in Buffalo.
Had to be. I don't remember Josh Allen playing in Denver. The Broncos got smoked. Snowman, I'm with you. So this is what I'm going to say because I just want to get to my point. Then I'll look that up. Or can you look that up? Or somebody look that up? What happened?
I feel like the Bills beat their ass. Ty Johnson, one of the backup running backs, went crazy, and the Bills beat their ass. That's what I remember.
I think that the Josh Allen playoff run might be a team that is very public every week.
Still hits.
Yes.
And I want to say, I think you could be correct, and I'll take my L on that, trying to be the sharp or contrarian guy during what is fate. Like maybe this is fate for Josh Allen. No Lamar Jackson, no Pat Mahomes, no Aaron Rodgers. Just kidding. It might just be fate for Josh Allen. I'll accept that. And I will not fade in the AFC Championship game. I'm only doing this one more time.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I think that and just so we're clear, I thought your Packers and your Jags bet were not shit wagers.
No.
And we
I'll take my L's. They were not shit wagers.
Yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty good.
Steelers was a shit wager.
Oh, horrible wager.
Yeah.
That would be the worst wager of all time. But I think that I just think given how everything played out, it was still a pretty good read. You bettors all the time will have good reads, right read, wrong result, and you have really bad reads, and it'll work out and you'll win your bets. I don't think there was anything wrong with if those teams playing again, you bet on the Jags or you bet on the Packers. However,
okay, because I got a little pushback about the Packers.
Go ahead.
Want me to go first?
Yeah.
I think I wish I fully understood how I actually felt about Matt LaFleur, because then it would have been discussed. And this is not a prisoner of the moment take. Ben Johnson is a much better football coach than Matt LaFleur, and I think a lot of people see them as like disciples and rivals because obviously this is Ben Johnson's first year. But when the story's over and it's being told about Ben Johnson and Matt LaFleur, they will not be mentioned in the same breath. There's a gap between these two guys.
But I think I said that to you.
Yeah, then I didn't. No, I'm saying I didn't realize that as much as I should have going into that game.
Yeah. I am focusing on the coaching matchup more than ever. And I think it's helping me more than it's hurting me, I think. But I think that Ben Johnson has earned, like, the Bears' success is not fluky, even though they have 6-7 come from behind wins. It's because of him being such a good coach and them learning how to win. That's what coaches do, in my opinion. And now you got Caleb Williams with the fucking freak clutch gene. Like, if he starts to really put a full game together, this team could be really scary. Oh God, Jesus. Ben Johnson got bailed. Let's be real. Packers bad ball. No, I disagrry. You know why I disagree?
But you agree either way. Like, he agrees with what we're saying either way, because
either
Ben Johnson's the hero or Matt LaFleur's the dweeb. You pick. I don't care. I think both are true.
Yeah. I thought coming out of that second half, you can't say that Ben Johnson got bailed out, because what happened to the Packers? I think they went 3 and out, 2 or 3 straight drives. Dennis Allen fucking switched it up. And this is the problem that I had when we were listening to Owner's Box, and we'll go on tomorrow and talk to him about it. So I don't want to be too repetitive here, but you can't take away blame from Matt LaFleur when it's not like something started to crumble with 5 minutes left in the game. You're up 21-3 on the road and your offense can't move the ball in the first 2 possessions. Bro, you are playing chess and your opponent is fucking waking up. It's time
to run clock, bro. They were running clock up in the third quarter. They weren't even trying. They were literally trying to run clock. They brought a completely different offensive game plan to the second half of the game because they were up 21-3. That's what loser coaches do.
Yeah. And this is fair. Ben Johnson did not coach a very good first half. You're right. I understand what he said to an extent of our defense is not playing well or can't get any stops, so that's why we're going for it. I still did not like the majority of his decisions to go for it. I really did not.
I didn't either. I talked shit about him in the first half, but I'd rather my coach be bad in the first half than the second half.
Also, yeah, I agree. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a play where there was a drive where the Bears stalled. They went for it on fourth down. They didn't get it, and they were running down the Packers' throats, and they should have ran the ball on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, and they didn't do it. Anyways, we're going to move on. So I like the Bills. I'm going to leave it at that. It's a combination. It's a combination of, it could be Josh Allen's year, but also I want to be very clear about something with Buffalo. I don't really respect this defense. I don't. I think they have really good pieces, but collectively as a unit, they're in a Bills game. I'm not valuing them really at all. I am solely valuing Josh Allen's magic, James Cook, and that's kind of it. That's kind of it. I don't like Sean McDermott. But I don't think we're talking about Matt LaFleur. I don't think Sean Payton, man, when the playoffs come around, I think he shits his pants.
Yeah, I get everything you're saying. Everything you're saying actually makes perfect sense. I just want to say, and I really, really don't hate the Buffalo Bills. I even like their fans. They're nice fucking people. Mostly every Bills fan we ran to, really nice people. I got nothing bad to say about them. I just don't think it's a really good football team. And I think that's a testament to Josh Allen and James Cook, because besides those two guys, I just really don't think there's anyone very special on that team. Definitely not on the offense. Fucking Brandon Cooks again, Tyrell Shavers, Dawson Knox. Just the people catching passes in that game are insane. Josh Allen's the man. He might put him on his back and lead him to a Super Bowl. The Broncos have a really, really good football team, and I'm going to back them.
They do. I definitely, I'll tell you this right now. I think the Broncos are the better team. But I think there's a clear advantage at quarterback. No disrespect to Bo Nix. There's a clear advantage at quarterback.
That if you don't say that, then I don't know what to tell you.
It is the playoffs. And I don't think Sean Payton is that good of a head coach. I think there's a lot of pressure on the Broncos.
I think he's a lot better than Sean McDermott. And that's something I think we might circle back to when we recap this game that you might say you overlooked. Because I get that you don't like Sean Payton, but he is better than Sean McDermott.
I'm okay, but I'm not overlooking that because I'm not even denying that.
Okay.
I really don't like Sean McDermott.
Okay.
I really don't. Okay, let's go on to the next game. Seattle, 7.5 point favorites. It looks like. Let's see what Wager Talk is showing. Open 7 up to 7.5. Total in this one is 45.5, staying around the same number. Let's go take a peep at the picket splits very early, guys. We're just showing you these. You don't have to put stock into anything. We just like to reference them. Oh wow, look at that. Did they flip this? I thought money used to be up top. Now it's bet percentage and money. Interesting. Bet percentage higher. The money, bigger bets on Seattle. Makes sense why that line would move up 0.5 point. Steak, I'll let you start with this one. 81% of the bets on the under, and so is the money. So a lot of people like the under. These teams just met. It was 13-3. Shanahan, probably if you extend the voting for a week, he might win Coach of the Year. But go ahead. You got that look on your face. I know you're ready to do it
again. We're fucking doing it again. We're all doing it again. If you want to bet the 49ers, have fun. They beat the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is an absolute janitor. I mean, watch the highlights and some of the passes this guy throws. They are college-level passes he's making into triple coverage. The same fucking play on offense over and over again. The Eagles are bad. Niners are awesome. Don't get me wrong. The Juwan Jennings, the Christian McCaffrey touchdown was awesome. It's not happening against the Seahawks, bro. This shit is not happening against the Seahawks. And the problem is people aren't going to be smart and lay 7.5 with Sam Darnold because they're terrified. But we just saw these two teams play 2 weeks ago, and one was so fucking glaringly, obviously better than the other, and they still are. And the one that wasn't better lost one of the best players in the NFL, George Kittle, which is a huge loss. Huge loss. I have no idea what's going on with Trent Williams, but I promise you the Seahawks are going to score way more than 13 points this time. I don't know how they didn't in this game, and I promise you there's no miracle coming for Brock Purdy being able to figure out this defense, which the Seattle defense might officially be underrated when you keep seeing how much the Texans defense is getting slurped. And obviously everybody knows about the Broncos defense. The Seattle defense might not be getting slurped enough to hold the Niners to 3 after what they did to the Colts and the Bears was absolutely insane. So yeah, I'll bring it up again. I think people are going to try to get cute with the Niners again. I absolutely do not recommend it. I do not recommend it. I think that once again, the Seattle Seahawks are going to dominate the San Francisco 49ers and go to the NFC Championship game. And I think Sam Darnold will play just fine, if not very well. And I think the run game will do exactly what they did in the last game. And I think the Seattle Seahawks defense, there's no reason whatsoever to not think they won't play the same way again as well.
Real quick, sorry, Beeve, our guy, subbed for 24 months, and then he was bitching about not getting a read chat. Shut the fuck up. First off, congrats, Steak, on your hot streak. I don't want to bet on CBB and thought about tailing you today, but don't want to ruin your mojo. Thoughts? Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Dude read a book with a sub bank. Appreciate you, Beeve. Had a good time with Beeve in Jacksonville. Glad he got home safe. Nice job on your wagers last night in the collab of the century on the Rodgers interception. Do you trust Sammy D? That's the problem. This is why we at Friends, we got to hash things out, because sometimes we don't cover everything. I hear you to a certain extent. You said you think everyone's going to get cute again with the 49ers. I disagree. I don't think there is getting cute with the 49ers. I don't think taking the 49ers with the touchdowns cute. I don't think people are going to be taking the Niners to win this game. I think you're talking to people in bars right now. That was a great win for the Niners, but with no George Kittle, a banged up Trent Williams, and a freaking second and third stringers all over this defense. Given what the Seahawks just did, by the way, you're doing a great job not getting distracted by chat today. I just want to give you your flowers. Given what the Seahawks just did to the Niners, you're not going to find a soul who thinks anything's going to change. Maybe
I strongly disagree.
I think that this spread is very respectful to Seattle, but I also think it's the right number. I don't think it's weird. I don't think I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's fishy, and I don't think it's strange that if you tell me that the Seahawks are the sharp side, and I don't think it's strange if you tell me the Niners catching points is a square side. I don't think any of that is strange. I don't know that there's a cute play in this game. That's what my opinion is. And Adams Got Picked said it. He said Niners not getting respect again. I do believe that statement holds true for one game and one game only against the Philadelphia Eagles. But you cannot say that the Niners were not getting respected for the last 5-6 weeks of the season, because they certainly were.
They're going to get respected here too. I think there's a little fan bias on what Adam Got Picked is saying.
Probably. I think what people are failing to forget here, and what you're failing to forget here, is you're going to war with Sam Darnold in meaningful football games. That is what I think you're forgetting. And as good as the Seahawks defense is, as good as they are, as scary as the 12th man is, I mean, dude, we were on that field in Jacksonville. That fucking thing was loud at 1:00 on a Sunday. This place has got to be pierce your fucking eardrums. It's going to be terrifying. But I think Brock Purdy's got that look. And I think Kyle Shanahan is so deep in his fucking bag right now. So deep in his bag that, bro, you just went on the road in Philadelphia at night in the cold against a pretty good defense, and you won. You're not scared of Seattle. You're not scared of Seattle. Robert Salah has done a phenomenal job with this defense. Kyle Shanahan is in his bag deep with that Juwan Jennings touchdown pass. Deep. Christian McCaffrey is doing everything he can. He doing everything he can. I cannot, in any world, lay 7 points with Sam Darnold in the playoffs.
Well, you should, because it's going to cover.
No.
Yeah, you should.
We're going against each other. Somebody said our bet, by the way.
Yeah. The Seahawks' performance against the 49ers last game, nowhere near their best. They'll be a lot better in this one. They're going to score a lot more points. And one thing I love that the Seattle Seahawks defense did in that game against the Niners was they took Christian McCaffrey out of it. He had 8 rushes for 23 yards. And a lot of people say, well, of course he only rushed 8 times because they were playing from behind. Yes, they were, but he still only had 6 catches for 34 yards. 6 catches is a lot for a running back, but 6 for 34 is nothing. Seattle took him out of that game. Now there's no George Kittle. You're going into battle with Juwan Jennings, who's awesome. Obviously, Adam brought up Ricky Pearsall. Have no idea if he's going to play. And then you're talking Demarcus Robinson, Kyle Juszczyk, Jake Tonges, however you say it. I don't see any reason that Seattle defense can't put focus again on taking CMC out of the game. And when they do, it's a wrap. I just don't think it's going to be a close game.
Sure. Good comment, Brandon Smith. If he's so deep in his bag recently, how did he just score 3 points 2 weeks ago? Very, very fair.
Playing a nasty fucking defense.
It was the biggest defense, as we pointed out on this show, that they had seen in 6 weeks. And even against the Browns on the road, they didn't really perform all that well. But you still have to give them credit for doing this with virtually no receivers. Now George Kittle. I think that the fact that the Seahawks just saw the Niners, or the Niners just saw the Seahawks, is an advantage to the team that lost and to a guy like Kyle Shanahan.
And then, yeah.
It's all about making adjustments.
Yeah. And to answer ATV 101, could you say they didn't same for the Niners in their performance? The Seahawks got everything they wanted on the ground. They had almost 200 yards rushing in that game. The kicker missed, I think, 3 field goals. Maybe it was only 2. But yeah, no, I cannot say the same for them. I thought they got absolutely gashed on the ground. And I actually look at this and can't figure out how they didn't score more than 13 points. I think that's crazy. They might score 30 this one. The Seahawks might score 30 in this game.
I don't know where you're seeing that, Snacks. I'm clicking the link. It says youtube.com/@thefakesharps. You mean in the bio?
Will you screenshot us, Snacks? Just DM me.
I think maybe you're talking about Seahawks skull fuck trust steak. Okay. I can't trust steak. I'm sorry. I can't trust steak. I have to use my own brain in here. I have
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's much more enjoyable when we disagree.
Yeah. Well, because I'm not in your fucking
there's one we're gonna agree on, I guarantee it.
Yeah, there's it's also better for you when I go my own way, so that way I'm not bitching at you. Where do you guys think the line closes? Honestly, that's a really good question.
6.5.
No. You think that means money's gonna come back in on the Niners?
Yes.
I think money is only going to continue to go towards Seattle here. I think that it will not go below 7. I think there is a chance you see it at 8. That's what I think. I think there is a chance you see it at 8.
Joking, I like that a lot, man.
You see videos of Fred Warner running around on the football field, which is absolutely insane. He's obviously not coming back for this game. We're talking about like maybe a Super Bowl appearance. Who else injury related could affect? Did Ricky Pearsall did not play in Philadelphia?
I don't even know, even if he did or didn't, how he could affect a line because he never plays. I mean, obviously George Kittle being out affects it. Is there any injuries for the Seahawks, chat, that I'm not thinking about?
Money's already going to the Seattle Freeze, so I don't know what you mean by that. You don't think more money is going to go to Seattle? They're 7 to 7.5, and they're 7.5 at circa -110.
Yeah, I remember. I've heard his name quite a bit.
Oh yeah, wasn't he the tackle from Mississippi State? If I had that right. I think I bet on him to be drafted there, or maybe he's under draft.
Bryant is questionable, and let's see, D Winters is questionable.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Don't know anything else though.
Okay. It's 11:04. We got to pick up. Well, I'm going to pick up tempo base too much, but
we don't talk so much about these games that like we're going to be doing this again.
Okay, so you're saying we're digging too much into them?
Maybe, but I get why. It's because we like doing it.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. But I like to get things out now. Hear what you have to say. Hear what I have to say. Hear what the chat has to say. Stew on it for a couple days, and then we do it again later in the week.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Let's go to New England. Well, here's one we probably don't have to touch on too much. I'm a member of the Drake May fan club. You're telling me I just respect the Texans defense a lot.
Yeah, I respect them too. I just respect Drake May more.
I don't know that you respect him that much.
Yeah, I respect him. I don't respect CJ Stroud. I'm not scared. Like
fair.
The amount of time that Steelers were allowed to hang around in that game yesterday when they were literally actual dog shit was crazy to me. And I understand they ran away with it. The defense did pretty much what everybody told me they were going to do. So props to all you guys on the Texans. You were 100% correct. Not only did your bet hit, it was exactly what you said was going to happen. So I give you props for sure if you had the Texans. Mm-hmm. But if I was a Texans backer this week, it would make me a little nervous for how long CJ Stroud let that Steelers team hang around. And then, yes, what Sick Money's saying, taunting the fans is crazy, brother. You were dog shit. You were dog shit. You had 3 turnovers. You should go to the back and suck Will Anderson's dick is what you should do. But you should not be fucking parading off like you threw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns and no turnovers. That's absolutely insane. Just go to the fucking locker room, bro. What is your problem? And then that drove me nuts. Immediately when I saw that, I was like, nah, I'm on the fucking Patriots. Drake May absolutely shits on CJ Stroud.
Oh, for sure. I'm kind of out on CJ Stroud. He did make a couple nice downfield throws. Shout out Christian Kirk, by the way. Only good read I had in that game. I'm going to go to war with Drake May again. I'm not going to make it a 5-unit play. But we talk about lines, and you know, I didn't think that Houston -3 was weird at all, personally, after the Ravens were 3.5, and Tomlin is a home dog again. He just won, and it's Monday night, and all the trends that point to that. Did not think that line was weird. How about the Patriots being -3 on DraftKings right now against the Texans after they were 3.5 against the Chargers? And the Texans
What do you mean, dude? They've played nobody. Did you forget?
Don't you think that's a lot of respect?
Oh, you were saying it's a lot of respect. I thought you were saying it wasn't enough respect.
No. I think it's a fuck ton of respect.
If the Texans were any less than +3 in Foxborough, I would have to take out a loan.
I thought this could be a 1.5 game. If you're, I don't know.
Yeah, nah.
Really? Well, what do you think the Texans and the Chargers are on a neutral? I would think it's got to be Texans -2. So
yeah, but here's the thing. I agreed about the Chargers line. I thought the Chargers line was short. It was short. We were right. Yeah. It was fake sharp. That was a stupid line. Whoever set that line is an idiot. The Chargers fucking stink, and it's Justin Herbert in a playoff game. And him being 3.5 on the road when you've literally watched the guy be absolute dog piss in the playoffs is crazy. That was an awful line. This line's not awful. That should have been Patriots -6. I'm dead serious.
No, I don't disagree with you at all. I think this is a lot of respect to the Patriots. I like the Patriots. The total's 41.5, sitting around 41 right now. Don't know what I think about the total. I mean, it's hard to fade the Texans defense, but CJ Stroud is going to give them opportunities, I think. So yeah, we both align here. We both like the Patriots. And if you want to know what the early picket spreads are right now, loving that under. Got more money in bets on the Patriots money line, a little bit more on the Texans spread. All right.
And people are saying the Patriots are square. I agree with you. I just don't care. They told me the Patriots were square last week. Didn't care.
Agreed. I agree. Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay. Last game. Rams -4. They opened 4. They're down to 3.5. A little bit of money coming in on the Bears, perhaps. Here's the early picket sharps, loving the Bears, the spread on the Rams on the money line. I'll give you my first thought on this game is when I saw the number, I thought it was big. Makes me like the Rams clearly, but the Rams get a lot of respect. They were just 10.5 against the Panthers after they were already in Charlotte and lost. So you're going to get a lot of value. You're going to get a lot of respect. I'm sorry, not value. You are going to get the odds makers of valuing the Rams in the playoffs with Matt Stafford and Sean McVay if Adams and Puka are both healthy, which they were in Charlotte. I believe they are this week as well. I know Puka kind of got banged up on that fall on the incomplete pass. He's a lot.
That guy's not a human. He'll be
fine. Yeah, he's a freak. He's a fucking freak. He's my favorite receiver in the NFL by far.
Crazy. Did you see him, bro?
I lift weights. Tell him I lift weights.
I would want to play on that guy's team if I was playing fucking football.
I just hope he's not a douchebag in real life. That's what
he very clearly is. I think that's becoming pretty evident, unfortunately. If you go stream with Aiden Ross, you're probably a douchebag.
I know. Although I saw some clip, I don't know how this shit comes up in my feed because I don't follow streamers, but Aiden Ross and Steve Will Do It. We're talking about Mr. Beast being I'm down with the Mr. Beast hate. I think that guy is the biggest scammer maybe on the planet.
Oh, yeah. You say this a lot and you're never wrong.
I
disagree with you.
Worst fucking vibe with that Mr. Beast guy. I can't stand that fucking dork. Anyways, I like the Rams. But I really, 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 really respect Ben Johnson, and Caleb Williams is making plays. But the Rams just survived a scare, and I love a good team that just survived a scare. What do you think about this game? Good morning, Book It.
This is the one game, just so I don't get accused of being a flip-flopper like you love to do. I'll just be very honest with you. This is the one game out of the 4 that I don't really have a read on yet. But I'll say this. I saw a lot of people in the chat bring up that Matt Stafford hates playing in the cold. Do you remember the last time they were all saying that?
Hold on, let me think. Yes, I do. It was in Philadelphia last year.
Correct. And Matt Stafford went nuclear in Philadelphia.
He did.
And they could have won that game. They didn't win that game, but they could have, and they absolutely covered. And I was going to sit here and tell you there's no way I'm fading the Bears, but if we're doing this fucking cold narrative bullshit again, I might have to flip-flop and be on the Rams. I have no idea. No idea what I'm on yet. Sorry. I think this will be a really, really awesome game, like even better than people are expecting. I like the over. and I think it's fireworks.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason it shouldn't be fireworks, because if Jordan Love and the Packers were able to move the ball at will in the first half, Sean McVay, I don't think, is going to be a guy who's going to be responsible for his team shitting the bed. Now, I say that there were 2 quarters where Matt Stafford looked terrible against the Panthers. So,
for sure, but I'll say this right now: the Panthers will score points in this game.
The Bears will.
If you like the Bears, I totally understand why, but you like them to score points. I'm letting you know right now. If you think the Bears keep it close in this game or win, they will need to put up points in both halves of football in this game. I personally guarantee it.
What's up with this Rams defense? You worried about them?
I mean, you got to be a little worried, right?
Yeah.
They haven't been good for like 5 or 6 weeks. I've been saying it. They're fine. They're not that good. They're fine.
Okay. I think it's going to be a great game. I think that I have a really, really, really hard time seeing the Rams lose to the Bears. I just do. But the Bears they're doing things that make them feel like a team of destiny. Nobody's talked about the Bears being a team of destiny. Have they?
No, not really. Not really. No.
Caleb Williams now with the jump man, the Air Jordan thing silhouette that they're talking about on his play. I saw his play, by the way. I saw the highlight, but okay. Floor will be out for brotherly revenge. Oh, very funny. Bear weather, give me the points. Yeah. You can take the Rams 3.5 pregame, take Chicago 11.5 at halftime. Not a bad idea. Y'all, yeah, I think LaFleur is calling his brother this week and telling everything he needs to know about Ben Johnson. 100%.
I'm not sure what Matt LaFleur knows about Ben Johnson. He put that motherfucker in a blender. But Ben Johnson fucking stuffed Matt LaFleur in a locker. That's what he did.
No, he sure did.
The only thing Matt LaFleur says, he was mean to me. He shoved me in a locker. Do something about it. That's all he's going to say.
By the way, do you have any issue with what Ben Johnson is doing?
No, I think it's great. If you're a Bears fan, you're so hyped. You got Aaron Rodgers saying, I own your franchise. It's been torture being a Bears fan. You got to love it. If you don't love it from any angle, I got news for you. You're soft. Mm-hmm. You're soft if you don't love it. You should love it as a Packers fan. You've owned this franchise forever. They show a little fight. You got to respect it, man.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I acknowledge that what he did was kind of a dickhead thing to do, but it's okay to do dickhead things. That's what I think.
People like it.
I like it. It's sports. You can be a little shit talker. He's not running in Matt LaFleur's face and saying, fuck you, pussy. Like, that's what I think people are acting like. He's just going, woo, shake your hand. I'm getting out of here. Talking a little shit in the post-game, pre-game. I'm all for it.
Yeah, and also exactly what the chat's saying is it wasn't like LaFleur wasn't fucking razzing him up in whatever week that was that the Packers won.
Who is a cornball? I think LaFleur is way more of a cornball than Ben Johnson.
I don't actually particularly think either of them are cornballs, if I'm being honest. I just think Matt LaFleur is a softie. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't think either of those are corny dudes.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what it is? Matt LaFleur kind of has a little Mike McDaniel in him. Like he's Mike McDaniel when you see him on the sideline of cold weather games, he's like shivering. He's ripping his vape. He just looks like.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get me to go that far on Matt LaFleur.
Well, I'm not even talking about a climate thing, but I think Matt LaFleur I know what Matt LaFleur is. He's the guy who gets the fucking Hummer or the Porsche when he's trying to overcompensate.
I think he's the guy who gets the really hot girl because he's a cool dude and good looking, and then he gets erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, but that's not fair because you can't really help that.
Okay, fine.
And I don't have it. I swear I don't have it.
Also refuses to take the pill that will help with that.
Oh, see, then that's stupid. That's stupid.
Sorry, you're right. I had to keep going.
Well, because that's like making fun of like shorter ball.
You're right. It's fucked up, and that's not what I meant. It's like a guy who won't take a fucking boner.
That's fine. That's fine. I think there's more of something where he can help, where like, okay, like he has the headset on with no beanie, with a really high and tight haircut on the sideline of Chicago, to try to make a statement and look tough. Do you agree or disagree?
Yes.
It did not strike a nerve. I realized how it looked when I said that. I will swear on whatever you need to swear on because I know that they're probably going to take that and run with it. There is no erectile dysfunction. Bird dog with the all caps laughing. Per my own research, favorites of 7 or more at home in the divisional round are 7-8 ATS, but 13-2 straight up since 2015. Thanks for tagging
your own research. That's fucking impressive.
Yeah, but then we have to really know if you're not wrong, because we do get a lot of fake news. I get voters all the time. And that's incoming. It's very funny. Greg catching strays and he's not even here. Yep, softest wiener in America. Right.
We should get a sponsorship for erectile dysfunction. Imagine if all this work we put into it, and then we get a boner pill sponsorship.
I mean, I would take it.
Oh yeah, I would too, for sure.
I would take it over Hard Rock.
Yeah, I would take a Hard Rock over Hard Rock. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Speaking of, I really got to piss. So let's take a break. And we'll come back. What are we going to talk when we get back? By the way, I just got really hungry.
Yeah, well, you can't go eat, dude. You can go piss, but you absolutely cannot go. Yeah.
I'm starving.
That's hilarious, Gooch.
I'm starving. Betting is hard. So are we. This is really good, Gooch. You're going to have to do us a favor. By the way, every time I look at his profile picture, it cracks me up. I think it's Trent in a dress. Do me a favor. Can you just keep that in the notes? Because in case we need something, that'd be great. All right. I got to pee. Do you have to pee?
I'm going to go pee, but do not go eat. Do not go eat nothing. You can't eat nothing. I'll come back here snacking, dude. I swear to God.
Can I just get like a handful of almonds or something?
We'll see. You're not gonna listen to me. Go.
I'm gonna get an almond. I'm gonna get an almond.
Go pee.
All right. You're gonna go pee too or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee.
All right. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna go take a piss. Where's that thing? Hold on. I can't find the thing. All right. There it is. You're going to be mad at me.
What'd you have?
2 bites of mac and cheese.
Oh my God. Are you chewy?
In
the morning.
All I had. It's all I had. Got to go to the fucking grocery store. Got to go to the grocery store.
God.
All I had. It's all there is. It's all there is.
Mac and cheese is insane. I don't want to hear you saying shit about when Chewy has fucking Eggos for fucking
It
breakfast.
was too fun. I already had 2 deviled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs. I didn't have deviled eggs. I'm all over the place today. I got to keep backtracking all kinds of shit. I had 2 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. The problem is I didn't have any carbs. I need some carb, I need a piece of toast or something, because then I start fading. You know what I mean? It starts fading. So I did not have a deviled egg. I misspoke. Yeah. Anyways, this is a 1,000% post bong rip, dude. I haven't hit a bong in 20 years, but I used to like bongs. Oh, I had a quick thing I wanted to tell you. You know, I know exactly what Mr. Beast reminds me of. Do you remember at the bar I work at? I was a manager at the time, and we had that NBA player came in. I think it was Kevin Martin. Does that sound right?
Kevin Martin was a baller.
He was a baller, and he stayed a little after when we closed, and he got a couple bottles at the bar, and he had money out, and he was basically like telling people to do things and giving them $100.
Yeah.
And it was like the bar backs. He was like, yo, 10 jumping jacks. And someone would do it. Okay, push-ups. And he was like giving people money, but he was telling them what to do. Do you remember this at all or no?
Kind of like Dance Monkey or Make Me a Bicycle Clown.
That's what it was. It was kind of weird. And I was like, this guy's like really getting off this. That's what Mr. Beast does, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh,
it's like
he definitely gets off on it for sure.
Taking advantage of like, you know, feels like more people. Like, you guys do all this crazy shit, and he just gets off on it. I'm like, I don't like this fucking loser.
I don't know what happened between now and the mac and cheese, but your Wi-Fi is pretty bad. I hope we fight through.
I don't know why this happens. You can't say a word when I get off the mic. You just sit there fucking just like a fucking painting. It's crazy.
Oh, so funny, man.
Wi-Fi is bunk. What's up, Greg? Good morning, Greg. Sorry about your Steelers. Couldn't tell. It's sad to tell you I didn't see it coming. Give the router some of your cocaine. Yeah, Mr. Beast, Roman Roy. I don't know who Roman Roy is. Any better or no?
Yeah, we're gonna fight through. Let's get to the college basketball board.
All right, let's go to the board. Mid-major with a sub-bank, 36 months. Appreciate you, mid-major. Yeah, you start talking shit about Mr. Beast, all of a sudden your Wi-Fi goes out. Noted. Events.
Unfortunately, today, chat, we are not talking about mid-majors.
Just I have watched Succession. Roman Roy from Succession. Yeah. Very, very overrated. Oh, I'm sorry, not overrated. Overhyped show. Got a lot better as the seasons went on, I thought. I did not think season 1 was all that great, personally, but season 2 and season 3 were very good.
I think the sister is such a good actress. She's so good.
The redhead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, what is her name in the show? Not Kendall.
No, Kendall's the guy.
What's her name?
I'm drawing a blank too.
Shiv. Yeah. Well, Shiv's husband is the best. Like, they nailed it with
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom was the man.
Really,
I think I told Greg my theory on that show. I think that show greatly benefited from a banger of an intro, like banger, and everybody was just obsessed with like their what they look like. Like, they're just rich assholes, which I get is kind of fun to watch, but like the wardrobe in the intro did a lot for that show.
Yeah. Okay, I'm undefeated. On recommending Task.
Good show. I'm 3 episodes in.
They don't like it yet. So if you're in the chat and you need a show, Task on HBO, I'm undefeated. Never lost.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's get to the basketball board.
Tom fucking with Greg was the best. Yep. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, I don't know why. What am I on? I'm on NBA right now. The last time we talked about college basketball, do you remember how we did? Did we do good or bad or?
We did pretty good, man. I think we were kind of cooking.
Okay. I would like to cook because I am indeed actually very hungry. And then we have to talk college football. Maybe we'll talk tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. That came 6 days away. We're fine.
If we got to shut it down a little early today, I'm not opposed to that because I do have some shit.
Talk about college basketball for the love of fucking God. How are we talking about shutting down early? We can't start college basketball. We agreed at 11. Now it's 11:25. You're talking about shutting it down early.
I'm ready to talk about the board. Talk about the board. Villanova Providence. What do they call this? The dink? The dunk? The rack? The dunk? No, what the fuck is this place called? It's a hard place to play. What is it called?
I thought it was called the dunk. I thought you nailed it.
Oh, do you fucking say that? I'm asking you what it's called.
I said yes when you said the dunk.
You said nothing.
A bunch of other shit. No, I said yes. And then you kept saying a bunch of other things after I said yes to the dunk.
159 looks like a high total. You're going to talk about the board, or you're going to sit here and talk about fucking stadium names?
The last Providence game had 181 points. The one before that had 201. So at least the total makes sense. What I think doesn't really make sense is the fact that this line's short, but this is the question about college basketball. Do you want to be betting these sharp-looking home spots? Because they aren't hitting, dude, at all.
Well, the tide will turn, but no.
Total slayer. Bro is acting like there's traffic getting out of the street. Oh, my God. That's a funny comment.
By the way, anybody who's going to the national championship game, get ready for 4 hours to get home. I'm going to make a video about that.
Do you see those prices?
Yeah. Did you see Jack Settleman's video, by the way, talking about tickets, when to buy them? Oh, I thought he did a good job. I know some people have mixed feelings about Jack. Some people like him. Some people don't really like him. I think he seems like an okay guy. But he put a video out there talking about when to buy championship tickets. Do you remember we fucked this up? I got tickets as soon as they came out because our buddy bought them. It was like, hey, I want to go to the national championship. Like, you're coming too, before the game. And they were like $2,500 a pop. Yeah. Do you remember in Atlanta, like when we were drinking hours before the game, they were almost half the price.
Yeah, no, they weren't. They weren't. You're misremembering. It was the complete opposite. People were offering to pay like $10,000 for those tickets. Remember? Because they asked your friend, we said, what would be the price you'd sell? And he was like, no price. I'm going to the championship game. I have enough money. I want to go to the championship game. Because me and Joey Dumps were like, dude, I feel like if we could get 10 grand for these tickets, we should take fucking 10 grand for the tickets. And your buddy was like, nope, absolutely not. I'm going to the game. It was the opposite. But the natty I went to, Washington, Michigan, I bought right before the game. Cheap as dirt. Dirt.
Yeah. Damn. How did I fuck that up so bad? I thought I remember the tickets dropping, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, good job. You win that round. Okay, back to the college basketball board, which I would love to just keep talking about if Steak wouldn't distract us. So this is actually really important. This is important. You're telling me that because I haven't been tapped in, you have, how college basketball has been going this year is you'll see these short, in quotes, home dogs, where Villanova looks like a much better team, 13-3, 4-1 on the road, and you'll say to yourself, oh, this is 2 to 3 points too low, and you want to be sharp and contrarian, and it makes you like Providence. Is that right?
Yes, correct. And those spots don't feel like they're hitting anywhere near this much last year. And honestly, felt like they were starting to not hit last year a little bit. And it's also like, it's not like Providence had that impressive performance where they almost beat UConn, but then they played Xavier after that and lost by 13. So no one's clinging on to that Providence performance against UConn. And Villanova's coming off a win. Marquette is shit, don't get me wrong, but they're still coming off a win. I think they've won 6 out of 7 games or something like that. It's just tough, man. I feel like the home court advantage thing, not playing much in college basketball.
Splits are kind of interesting for this game. Like, Villanova does look sharp. You got a lot of money on the spread. You got more money on the money line, but the line's not moving. Wager Talk is saying it open 2.5. It's staying 2.5. So it'll be interesting to know which one does come through. I would think because Providence is a 6-2 home team, they're known to have a good home atmosphere, and they played UConn tough. I think this could also have potential to be a duping. So for that reason, I'm out. How about you?
I'm out as well.
Okay. All right, let's keep moving. St. John's 14.5-point favorites against Marquette. Marquette 0-4 on the road. Good God, a once respectable college basketball team is 6-11. Who was the head coach at Marquette? Was it Buzz Williams? Let's be honest. That Buzz Williams guy is a coaches are weird. This guy's ultimate weirdo. He's a guy things have to go right.
It's Shaka Smart, and somebody has to get fired, even if it's a big name. Marquette is awful. I don't know if you got to watch them at all this year. They're so bad. And you said it. They've always are respectable. They're always competitive in the Big East, and they're just awful this year. And honestly, being 14.5-point underdogs to St. John's is crazy because they're not even that good this year. Like, they're really not. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. I know they were first-round exit in the tournament, but they were the 2 seed. I do not think this St. John's team is that St. John's team. Marquette is awful. They are awful. And people have to get fired. And I there's no way I'm betting this game. But honestly, I will not be surprised when St. John's wins it by 30.
Hold on.
Did we lose you?
No. I'm modding Crutch.
Yeah.
Crutch, I think I just did you. I did
I don't know how to do that. Or maybe I can do that. No, I can't. Can't mod on.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's okay. You can't go to the main frame of Twitch. I'm here. Okay. Let's keep moving. 157.5. Does that look high, low? Anything like that? No, not really. Nothing. If you don't have anything, that's fine.
I just don't like this game very
Okay.
much.
Let's talk about the next two games. Kent State Buffalo, 12-4 and 13-3. Okay. We got some basketball in Buffalo. I like that. That's kind of a nasty. This is where the real, college basketball fucking fans, this is where their eyes are turning. Did you see I had that tweet? I was like, I don't know how you guys like this sport before March, because like there was a team that finished the game 1 for 27, and I got a lot of shit for that take. They're like, this is an awful, this is a miss. We love college basketball. If you're not here with us now, you're not here with us in March, listen, that's fine. You can sound cool or tough, or maybe you just genuinely like the sport and you can watch it. Game 10 in January, that's great. Whatever makes you happy in life. I don't care. This stuff can be, this sport can be really, really tough to watch in the regular season. This is where the sickos are. Kent State and Buffalo.
Yeah, probably a really, really enjoyable basketball game.
I kind of want to watch it is what I'm getting at. I want to watch this game.
Better get ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I have it. You think it's on there? I've never
on ESPN Plus, yes.
I've never pirated anything. I'll stream me some shit. You ever stream me anything? Actually, don't admit that because you're on camera.
I don't. It's really
that's
not
a felony. I'm just kidding. I don't know what it is. It kind of feels like Kent State, dude. 1-3 on the road against Buffalo, 6-1 at home. Kind of feels like Kent State. I think I might take Kent State. That's my sharp play. That's my fake sharp, real sharp play of the night.
Cool. Let's go to Indiana, Michigan State, please.
You have no opinion?
No.
Fucking bitch. All right. Indiana, Michigan State. Michigan State 14-2, 9-1 at home, but they're only 4-6 at home. Indiana 12-4, 8-8. I watched Indiana play. They played
Nebraska?
No. They played someone on the road. They were 8-point favorites. We talked about it last week and they won in cover.
Maryland.
Yeah, they beat the fuck out of Maryland. Maryland sucked. I liked them. I wasn't blown away. Like, this Indiana team is not doing anything of significance. Sorry, Snowman. They're not doing anything of significance. But, like, they're an okay team to watch. I think 7.5 is a lot of respect.
They're doing something significant tonight because they're going to beat the fucking Michigan State Spartans outright.
Shut up, you little bitch.
That's what's going to happen, dude. It's going to be Indiana outright. And we've already talked about it. And Kentucky did come through, even though it was ugly. The team after, the day after pill, or whatever it's fucking called, where everybody takes a sharp play like Indiana against Nebraska. Nebraska completely unfadable. Killed everyone again. They were 4.5-point favorites. It was just like when Ohio State played Nebraska. What did Ohio State do after they played Nebraska? They were 4-point underdogs at Oregon, and they won outright. Now you got Indiana after they played Nebraska on the road against Izzo, 7.5-point dogs. Snowman saying, how isn't this line -10? I agree. Give me Indiana. It's one of my favorite plays of the day.
Okay. It's time to get to the board. We gotta put this fucking, yeah, I know. By the way, not a bad looking board here. Barker Washington, TD, longest reception. Jags, no. Love over 1.5 touchdown passes. Carolina under, no. Drake May -3.5. Good job. Fun weekend, by the way. Picket calendar looks real nice. I think I won 10 units this weekend. Lost a little bit last night, though. Shout out TJ Watt. By the way, TJ Watt, I said this weeks ago. Steelers got to trade that guy.
Trent's Addy plug says, Chad is called fake sharps for a reason, or channel's called fake sharps for a reason. No shit. MSU is going to roll. So put up there that Trent's Addy plug likes MSU. Okay, so that way, whenever if it loses, we can at least say, well, we had one smart guy in the chat that likes Michigan State. So technically we gave you guys Michigan State. Okay. Or no, what I think we do is if Michigan State doesn't cover, we just call out Trent Addy's plug as being a shit gambler. Oh, you just want to shit on his whole life? Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, it's fine. Not the whole life, but just that this moment in time. All right, Trent Addy plug. Trent I've been calling this dude inbred on Twitter that's trying to chirp me saying I post fake slips.
Dude, those people that say that people post fake slips, it's just the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard.
Funny. And he has his face on there, which I actually kind of respect when you look inbred and you have your face on there. I know a lot of people won't put their face on their Twitter.
Yeah, I respect that.
But I still had to call him inbred.
That's all right. No, yeah. Okay. I won't go that far. Y'all got money? What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's basically just saying he's not shitting on us. That's okay.
No, he's not. I was fucking with him.
Yeah. We got we encourage people to take the other sides. You posted -101 and bet 5 and win 501. Clearly, I didn't understand. Yeah, like what was he talking about? He just thought that
he's really stupid.
Okay.
His mom drank while he was in the womb, and he's thinking it's a sports book. So a sports book would say 500 to win 1,001 because it includes the bet, but it's a prediction market. So it's saying, you get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Got it. Okay, I didn't really totally understand.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. It's honestly just funny.
Okay, where are we? So we have Indiana and we have Kent State. Let's keep moving. Akron, Ball State. We don't need to talk about that. It's another good game we could talk about here. Miami of Ohio is insane.
Yeah, we could talk about them, but only because you just literally can't fade them. But also,
this would be the spot. 0-8 road team. 0-8 road team.
It's kind of hilarious.
This would be it. I'm telling you right now. If Miami of Ohio was to have a fucking sleepy game, shoot themselves in the foot, it would be this fucking game. They got Buffalo on deck in 4 days. They just beat the absolute piss out of Toledo. They would come out against Central Michigan and do nothing. And anybody that just faded Miami of Ohio recently would be off of this game, and Central Michigan would probably cover. That's how gambling works, in my opinion. Do you agree or disagree?
I kind of agree.
Oh, CMU just went outright as a big dog. Oh, come on. Nobody thinks it's gonna happen again.
I don't think anybody does.
Come on.
This guy's fading Miami of Ohio. I have to talk while he's up here. It's crazy. This guy's fading Miami of Ohio.
I'm just taking the points. I'm not taking the money line.
This is mid-major Nebraska, dude. You probably shouldn't fuck with him, but it's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it.
Williams and Micah Thomas.
Is this me?
Yeah, can you fucking turn that off? It's distracting. I'm trying to stay in the fucking lab, bro.
Okay.
Sometimes I just like to talk like a Gen Z sports bettor.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Lock the fuck in. Plus chicky bitch. All right, hold on.
Virginia, Louisville?
Huh?
Virginia, Louisville?
Where's that?
Or maybe I thought it was.
No, what about these right here? BC, Clemson. I don't want to get involved with that game. It's probably Clemson.
Okay, we could talk Texas A&M, Tennessee if you want.
Wait a minute. Didn't BC just cover? Hold on. They might need to be faded. Yep. Oh, back-to-back covers. Give me Clemson tonight.
Okay.
Give me Clemson. I'm spraying.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. This Tennessee spot almost seems like it has to be clicked.
You just click Tennessee. You love Tennessee.
I clicked Tennessee and then finish your sentence. It hit. I just clicked Tennessee and that bitch hit.
It did.
It was a very similar spot, but look at Texas A&M, dude.
Why do you love Rick Barnes?
Beat LSU, won at Auburn, beat Oklahoma. Fucking Tennessee just lost to Florida by 24. Now they're laying 9.5 to Texas A&M. That's too much respect, man.
It's a bounce back spot, though.
I think Tennessee slaps them around.
Okay. I'm going to let you go on that one on your own. But it does remind me of Florida, Georgia, because Florida, Georgia was a 9.5 point spread, and it was close at halftime, and Florida ended up waking up and winning.
I like Tennessee, man.
Okay. I'm with you. Not going to take it, though. Louisville and Virginia. Was Louisville's last game Duke?
No, it was Boston College.
Oh, and they failed to cover, right?
They did fail to cover.
Oh, they failed to cover 3 straight. This is the one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one.
Absolutely rolling since their triple overtime loss to Virginia Tech. Virginia has beat a good NC State team at NC State by 15, Cal by 24, and a pretty decent Stanford team by 15. Virginia is rolling. I think Mikael Brown's still out, is what I thought.
That's all right. They're adjusting to life without him. Go ahead.
That's all I got.
Hold on, we got an Alan Tim sighting. Let's see what he's saying. Okay. How can we identify fake sharp spots if we can't actually price lines and determine what is actually a sharp bet. Let's try to name more than 2 players on your bets. You're wrong. You're Alan. You got to stop with that. Taking especially DGen. I don't think it matters if we know 2 players or not. Personally,
yeah, and I'm not a grammar Nazi, Alan Dims, but if you're going to be the guy that you are, you do have to use correct grammar. It's just
everything else was pretty nice and tight.
Sharp guys use good grammar.
Yeah. I don't really know what he's saying though. That's not how fake sharp necessarily works. We don't have to price the lines. We are looking for the spots, and we can reference the openers. Do you remember, Alan? I gave a great example last time we were here. Do you remember the Ohio example when they opened 2.5, they went up to 4.5, and they won by 3? I said this is fake sharp because they were so good at home. The team they were playing was so bad on the road. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
and that's why.
You could tell. You could be honest with Alan. Fake sharp is whatever the fuck we say it is.
It's whatever the fuck we say it is. Kind of like that. DGen's brain is the algo. He doesn't need to rely on a clanker model. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Oh, he's got a model, dude. Don't you worry.
Bro, by the way, when I've tweeted things like, God, what did I tweet? It was somebody's touchdown. I was like, how is this guy minus 115 to score a touchdown? He should be minus 250. And I actually, people comment, they're like, do you actually use a model? I think it's very funny. Anthony said, Steak, you miserable fucker. I tagged you in my winning bet on X. I'm an attention-seeking whore and you refuse to acknowledge me. There's a lot of attention.
I was going to say, I feel like I acknowledged everyone. Has it been while I've been on the stream? Because I haven't been on my phone. I feel like I really do a good job of acknowledging everyone.
You do. Yeah. I mean, Beeve even bitched about subbing for 24 months and us not giving him credit for it. BK is like that.
Give sub people there. I need to get on the back end, I think. We got to figure out how to get me on the back end.
I don't know how to do that. Actually, no, dude. If you had this up too, I would have a 10-second delay from you.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is fine. You're doing great, by the way. This is. I don't know if anybody can tell. Steak's not like distracted by the chat. I think it's great. All right. Where were we? I kind of think we're cooking. I don't know if the chat agrees, but I don't know.
Like Louisville, but I also don't want to. I don't want to go back to Louisville.
Notre Dame 4.5 point dogs at home. I mean, you got to tell me here. I don't think Notre Dame's very good, but they're 17. Go ahead. What do you think?
I was going to say Landon Jackson wants to tail one of your bets. I think you have to give him the Central Michigan play.
No, because that's Landon Jackson is a hater, and I don't want to give a hater any sort of ammunition.
I thought you guys what's the word? You settled your differences.
I don't know that we did or didn't. I think I said my piece, and I don't know if he accepts it or not. But anyways, if he really wanted something to actually tail,
he really wants something tail. He says he's
0-3. That's actually too bad because I had a really good weekend. You didn't tail my best bet. I had a fucking 5-unit play on the Patriots. You didn't tail that. I took the Niners spreading money line. You didn't tail that.
I'm not saying I don't believe you, Landon, because I actually do believe you. But can you list out the 3 bets? Because it'd be funny to hear.
I know he tailed Ole Miss.
Oh, there's one.
I don't remember the other ones.
Yeah, we'll see if he tells us. Notre Dame, Miami.
Oh, whoa. The Jags was not my bet.
That's on me, Landon. Unfortunately, you tailed me, buddy.
I didn't even bet the Jags. I took the live over. And I bet
the Jags. You tailed me. It's okay. You tailed the fake sharps.
TJ Watt was a horrible bet. That guy fucking sucks. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Hold on. What is Alan Dim saying? Okay, great. Steak. That was the honest answer I was hoping to get. The message of adapt or die is way better. Sharp side versus sharp bet is not the same. Okay. Well, yeah, but Alan, if it's -1 and it's bet up to 3, isn't that the sharp side? I'm not talking about just an opener. It has to be how it moves. That's what's sharp. And then we acknowledge if it's a duping. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. All right. I like where Landon Jackson's head at, by the way. He's if he keeps his energy up, he's coming around on me. No, that's not true. I don't understand. If a line goes from 1 to 3, that's not sharp. Steam is terrible. I just don't understand.
Steam doesn't inherently equal sharp.
Wouldn't you say if you had to identify a sharp side, it's which way the line moved? Now, I'm not saying that team at 3 is sharp. They were sharp at 1. No.
I thought Sharp was.
How does this make any sense? This does not make sense. The Bills open 1.5. Now they're plus 1.5, and you're telling me the Bills are sharp? I don't know that I agree with that. It ain't hard to understand. Why are you buddying me right off the bat, Trent Addy Plug? Now you're starting to piss me off. What are you talking about? How is that sharp? I don't think you know what sharp means. Yes. If the line is moving towards the Broncos, how are the Bills sharp? No, this is your opinion.
I'm confused. I'll be honest, I'm confused.
What? This does not make any sense. You're telling me the Bills was sharp in Jacksonville? This is
okay.
Simple.
Hold on. Now this might make sense.
Thank
Let's
you.
get Alan coming up here.
This guy has no fucking idea what he's talking about, and he's telling me it makes so much sense.
You are just unbelievable. And it's no offense to Trent's Addy Plug, but his name's Trent's Addy Plug. You give me shit for getting distracted by the chat, and you've highlighted 9 comments from Trent's Addy Plug. Highlight what Alan Dim says. I think it might at least make sense. We got to get an answer now.
I have never given this much attention to Trent's Addy Plug. He just got his 5 minutes of fame, and I thought he did a horrendous job. Some guy like Krabs will chase steam and bet the number at close. That's what I just said. I just said that.
Okay, but wait. Now let's actually make sense of it. So Bills minus 1.5. No, I'm sorry. Bills plus 1.5 is sharp. But if you got Bills at minus 1.5, that's not sharp, right? Sharp
Correct.
Isn't a bet; it's the number you get.
Correct. The number moves.
We're called the fake sharps, by the way, in case anyone's wondering.
Yes. But Trent, that is not what you are saying at all, by the way. You're doing a horrendous job. What I said makes perfect sense. If a team opens 1 and it closes at 3, I said they were sharp at 1, meaning smart bettors see that and say maybe their number makes it 2. So they have an edge. So they bet it up. But then it gets to 3, and then they might say, whoa, the value is now on the dog at 3. So that is now the sharp side. Did
we just become plus EV?
I was a
whole new show. I feel like I have a whole new opportunity for life now. I could be a completely different person than I was.
I don't, but that whether you think it's bad or not is irrelevant to it being sharp. If it moves, it means at least respected bettors or big bets are coming in on that team. That is sharp. Your small average $25 bets are not sharp.
You're fucking addicted to Trent's Addy Plug. Holy
but
shit.
You have you how can you not? Okay, so here's my pushback on you. Out of all the fucking comments that you stare at and focus on, you don't see Trent's Addy Plug has never commented 25 times in a minute in his life. You see how fired up he is? I want to give this emotion.
You're fired up.
How can you not be? This guy's.
I don't know how we're going to be able to go back to Notre Dame, Miami after this. I don't know.
I like that he's passionate about this. I thought his explanation was absolute fucking horse shit, but I thought that this was good. Yeah, this is a great clip. Farming for Trent's Addy Plug. All right, we are done though. We're going to move on.
Yeah, I wish Trent was actually here.
Andy would have won the Natty. I don't know what he's talking about now. Now he's just trying to get on my good side.
Yeah, but no, you stop. This is.
I like what you're doing, by the way. I like what you're doing. So that's good. Keep doing it.
Okay, so we got Notre Dame at home. They aren't very good at all. I think they lost to Purdue Fort Worth a couple weeks ago. They also lost to Cal, who's not very good, and they weren't competitive with Clemson. On the other end, you got Miami, who is pretty fucking good, but not getting any respect. And they just beat Georgia Tech. No one really cares that much. They beat Wake Forest at Wake Forest. Pretty solid win. Always solid to get a win over Pitt, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've seen them yet against the top of the ACC. No Louisville, no Duke, no North Carolina, no SMU, no Clemson. I'm sure I left out some teams and people are going to be mad. However, I still don't think I want to fade Miami.
I don't either.
Because the only reason I would do it is to be getting cute. Mm-hmm. And the reason I don't think it's cute is because I actually don't think anybody really respects Miami that much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I don't like
that's
it.
Plenty of bets on Notre Dame for me to see to just completely be off.
It's only $16,000. He splits me nothing, but yeah.
You're right. That's also true. Yep.
No interest.
Yeah, no interest. Honest to God, it would take Miami if I took anything.
Yep. Any way to get thoughts on Wisconsin versus Minnesota plus
Yeah,
1.5?
we got to talk about that one for sure.
All right,
This one could be interesting.
Let's go back to it. Then I really have to shut it down and get something to eat. I'm fading like a motherfucker right now. Toledo. Wait, Toledo just got manhandled by Miami of Ohio. Do we go back to him now?
In a sharp spot. Is that your Landon Jackson POD? You want to give him that one? In a sharp spot, Toledo did just get smoked. I think.
No, I don't want to give him. I don't know what I want to give him. Is he still here? I'll give you something. Give me a minute.
Kiffin likes Toledo.
All right, let's do Toledo. Should we make that like our fucking fake sharp squad ride?
We don't have fake sharp squad rides.
Well, we're never gonna have him with that fucking attitude.
You're not just gonna randomly toss that idea out there at 11:51 and say Toledo and expect no. We need plans. We need a plan.
Oh, he's Mr. Planner all of a sudden. He's Mr. fucking Planner, ladies and gentlemen.
Get me to fucking Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Do you not want to talk about UConn at Seton Hall?
You said you were in a rush to go get food, and that's the.
I'm not in a rush. Just what do you think? 6 on the road. I like UConn.
I think it's short, but it's another one I don't know that I really want to bet. You like UConn, that's fine. I definitely don't like UConn.
Okay, fine.
And you passed Wisconsin and Minnesota.
There is a chance Houston holds West Virginia to 40 points tonight.
There's a chance Houston holds West Virginia to 40 points. Yeah, I'm not having any success betting Houston, like none.
Okay, all right. One road game though is crazy. Total 129. Okay, where are we? Are these
past Wisconsin, Minnesota? You already passed it.
Here it is. Wisconsin minus 1.5. Oh, this is good. I watched Minnesota play basketball. I actually like their team, and they're good at home. They're good at home.
They did just lose at home.
Oh, no. Just after I started praising them. I'm sorry. It's kind of feels like that's my fault. Who'd they lose to? USC in overtime? I would have never seen that coming.
Yeah, USC going to Minnesota and winning is funny, but the Big Ten's just hilarious.
I like Minnesota tonight.
Geographically, the Big Ten is so funny.
I like Minnesota tonight.
You like Minnesota? Okay. Yeah, Wisconsin just beat Michigan. No fear about that one being a little fake sharp.
This is a good conversation.
That's why I wanted to talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it. This is a good conversation.
Because you got one team coming off beating literally one of the highest rated teams of all time, and then you got another team coming off an overtime loss to USC. Now I almost feel like Minnesota could be fake sharp.
Minnesota is also open 2 down to 1.5. So the 2 was sharp. So there is some sharp money on that. Okay. You heard that, Trent? How do you play? I'm so fucking worried this is fake sharp. Speaking of fake sharp Gophers, the chat agrees. That might be the fake sharp play of the night. Minnesota is the freest bet of all time. 3
Yeah, that's talking the way I like, honestly.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of, a little.
Good morning, Sandy. Steak and I, by the way, we enjoyed your show yesterday. We were listening on the ride home from Jacksonville, but boy, oh boy, we cannot wait to come on and talk to you about your fucking defending of Matt LaFleur. Just cannot wait. All of gambling Twitter will be touting Minnesota. Okay.
We'll see. Or are they maybe are learning something, Zach T?
Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to document this, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to document this. This is the fake sharp. Fake sharp spot.
That's the smart move, Colin Tone. I just don't know if I'm smart.
Minnesota plus 1.5 is the fake sharp spot of the night.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think I'm with you.
Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. Let's power through the rest of this. Yeah. All right. I'll stay off UConn. Kansas. This is the one Snowman wanted some thoughts on. Jesus Christ. There's some more games. Oh my God. Iowa State 3.5 on the road against Kansas. I don't know. I mean, I love this Iowa State team. How do you not? They're 16-0. I wouldn't fade them. How about that? I wouldn't fade them.
I really wouldn't. I also think Kansas stinks.
So Snowman thinks Kansas is fake sharp.
He says added to the red list.
Do you think they're fake sharp?
Yeah. Chad's head is exactly where my head is at.
They're fake sharp.
Had on Kansas 3 years ago would just be astronomical.
And what is the reason to that? You think the line is short?
Yeah, it's absolutely short. Iowa State looks like world beaters, could easily be making a run for the best.
But Kansas is a huge basketball brand, and they're at home.
Dude. I know they are, and I understand, and that's a very good point. But their last home game, they needed a literal miracle to beat TCU, who then got walloped by Arizona. And their last 2 road games are losses to UCF and West Virginia. They're bad. They're just bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even when fucking that guy's in, Darren Peterson or whatever, they're bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. All right. What do you like? Iowa State? You think Kansas fake sharp?
This won't be the spot I play. If I played at one of the fake sharp spots, it will be Wisconsin, but I think it deserves to be written down in the red.
Okay. Well, it's written down. How about Baylor +1 at Oklahoma State, 11-0 at home, Baylor 0-2 on the road?
You want to talk about another just dog water team, Baylor. God, I've been watching them recently, unfortunately, because I bet on them like an asshole. Baylor is not good. This is not your granddad or your Peepaw's Baylor.
I like what
I don't know what NBA talent's on this team. The smarter guys can tell me, but fuck, they're rough. Awful against you.
Get busy dizzy with a sub bank. Sorry, almost in my 40s, getting old. Donk. W Steak, W Just Sunday. You're all awesome. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in and the support. Remember, if you are watching on YouTube, subscribe to the page. I see a couple of you just did. We're to 2,080 subscribers. Like the stream too. I don't know why it helps with the algorithm. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you're following the page. We appreciate you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your rant. Just want to give some
nothing. I don't really have a play in this game. Oklahoma State, I feel like, is decent, but also they've shown you they're not going to compete with Texas Tech or Iowa State. But they do have a win at home against UCF, which I don't think is like anything awful. Baylor lost to TCU, lost to Iowa State, got blasted by Houston. Maybe they're excited about getting to play Oklahoma State after having to play Iowa State and Houston back-to-back games. I can't think of 2 more difficult back-to-back games to play, but I'm not touching this game.
Okay. I lean Baylor a little bit. I think
you think that's real sharp or no?
I think that it could be fake sharp. It could be the line seems a little short to me. But it could be a duping. What was that team that was like -1 at home? Mississippi State. Remember that? Mississippi State? Mm-hmm. Or it could be Wake Forest, Miami. Wake Forest was -1 against Miami and they lost. So I don't know. I'm not going to find out with my money. Florida 6 on the road against Oklahoma. It feels like a lot of respect for the Gators, who are 0-2 on the road against an 8-0 Oklahoma team. I kind of like the Gators here.
If I convince myself that the Gators are figuring it out, specifically their guard play, because Boogie Flan finally had a good game, I will get excited again, and I don't want to do that. So I will stay off, even though I actually do genuinely think it's the Gators.
This is exactly what I was going to say, and I agree. There are 2 similar lines in similar situations tonight, with UConn being 6 on the road against Seton Hall, who's a good home team, and Florida being 6 on the road against Oklahoma, who's a very good home team.
Give me Florida if I had to pick one.
Okay. Well, the good news is, timing-wise, we can see how UConn plays. Oh, never mind. It's at 8, so no, we can't. All right, you like Florida in that one. All right, finish strong. Oregon and Nebraska. Now, there's not really a reason to talk about it.
But there's a reason to talk about it, and the reason is Nebraska has now been at like the center point of sports gambling Twitter for 3 games in a row, because everyone was talking about the Michigan State game. Then everyone was talking about how sharp Ohio State was against them. And then everyone's talking about how super, really, really sharp Indiana was against them. And now they're at home. They're 16-0. They're the 8th-ranked team in the country. They're 10.5-point favorites against Oregon, who lost to Rutgers, lost to Ohio State at home, and isn't very good. And it finally feels like a time that no one's talking about them whatsoever. Like, it's not that I think people are trying to fade Nebraska again or even bet them. I just think it's not even going to be discussed. You won't see Nebraska game on any of these Twitter cappers cards. It'll be a nothing thing. And that is, in my mind, the kind of game where Oregon does cover.
You like Oregon?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm putting it on the board.
Because I haven't actually lost money on fading Nebraska, I feel like I deserve to get to bet Oregon in the spot, because I didn't bet Indiana and I didn't bet Ohio State.
You earned it. I agree. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, you cooked. I think you cooked. Mississippi State, 4.5-point dogs at home against Bama. Mississippi State, didn't they? This is the team I just referenced. Didn't they just come through and beat the absolute piss out of? Oh, it was Oklahoma. Yeah, I took them against Oklahoma. Horrible wager. 68-92. They got smoked against Kentucky. Sure, they would burn people's steak. Remember, we said this after a team comes through in a sharp spot. Yeah. Did you take it?
Yeah.
I forget. You didn't tell me. That's all right. But remember, we want to pay attention to this. That's what we want to start doing and make it our thing and see if there's a trend that goes on before Jeff Rosa steals it. Just kidding. But listen, if a team burns people in sharp spots, we take them the next. If a team comes through in the sharp spot, we fade them the next. That would have been Mississippi State. Let's monitor that. Let's do that, okay?
Chat, what's up with the Alabama injuries before I give an opinion on this game? Alabama got guys out.
Alabama's lost 2 in a row. Alabama's lost 2 in a row. Kind of.
They've lost 2 in a row. I still think this bounce back is super obvious. When
you do?
Absolutely. Mississippi State just lost to Kentucky, who's awful, by the way. Kentucky.
You're right.
By 24.
I'm out.
Yeah. I'm right sell and bowl or doubtful. Okay. The over.
All the way out.
The over.
All the way out. I don't know that I like the over. I'm all the way out. I got nothing in this game. Do you?
Lean Mississippi State, to be honest.
Okay. Syracuse 8.5 against FSU.
Bad teams.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cuse is 8-2 at home at least. FSU is 0-3 on the road. I actually think that might be a little short.
I don't think people are dying to lay 8.5 with Cuse. Okay. I'm sure if you went through that list of home games Syracuse played, it ain't going to impress you.
Okay. How about Creighton, Georgetown? There's another 8.5 spot right there.
Oh, my Lord. FSU just lost by 44 to NC State.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty sure they just lost by 44 to NC State, and I think the game was at home.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Pip Talk says Creighton is a whale.
Creighton's a whale. Okay, we'll go to that. I'm not playing this game.
Okay.
What game did you say before? Oh, Creighton, Georgetown, got it.
Mm-hmm. And then that's it. I'm going to eat my arm.
Cool. That's totally fine. We did pretty good.
I got plays, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, and I said this when I go on Ramble, and you guys might disagree. I think betting on college basketball has been really hard this year, but specifically, I found it really difficult to bet the Big East. And it's specifically because just these teams that you're used to being solid, like even Creighton, specifically Marquette, teams that you're just used to being solid or dog shit. The Big East is a rough watch this year, and I'm having literally no success gambling on them at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Favorite plays tonight?
Favorite plays. Okay. I like Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. And that's very funny. I think I like Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Low key like Miami, but I don't know if it's going to make the card. I like Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Windiana. Every time I say Windiana, the bet hits, so I got to say it.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm going to tail you on Oregon. I like I can't say I like Indiana. I'm going to probably tail you on that one too. Maybe I'll stay off. Not entirely sure yet. Tail you on Oregon. I'm going to take Toledo. Fuck it. Penn State. I like CMU. Just feels like it has to be played, but don't Landon, if you're still in here, don't tail that one. I like Clemson minus 15.5. I like Louisville. And I'm here are the fake sharp spots to be careful of tonight. Minnesota and Kansas. We should tweet that out a little bit later from the fake sharp Twitter account. All right. I think that's a great job today.
Me too.
Great job today. Good job, guys. We will see you tomorrow. You are welcome. Thank yous come pouring down from the chat as we make our exit off of the stage. Thank you. No. Well, that's the wrong one. You're very welcome. You guys are very welcome. Good luck. Yo, real talk though. Real talk. Because Steak left. Real talk for a second. Is anybody here? You guys still here for a second? I think Steak left. You here for a second? Is anybody still here? I just wanted to point out one thing. I can't believe Steak bet the Steelers last night.